Good morning. In today's session, we are going to learn how to include a script in a web page and basics of JavaScript. We have to use script tag to include a script in a JavaScript. Script tag can be included anywhere in the web page, either in head section or body section. If we include in the head section, then whenever the page is loaded, automatically the script is interpreted. So I like to include JavaScript in the head section. Script can be included in two ways. First method, we can embed the script in the HTML page, and second method, by using an external JavaScript file. Let us see the first method. To include the JavaScript in a HTML page, we'll make use of script tag. The script tag is as follows. You have seen here in the page. It contains mainly two attributes. One is language attribute and the another is type attribute. Language attribute specifies what is your scripting language, and type attribute specifies the MIME type. MIME type in the sense what actually is your file type. So in this I'm going to include JavaScript. So the language value will be JavaScript and type value will be text by JavaScript. In between the opening and closing script tags, I'll write my JavaScript code. Let us look into this example. In this example, I have included the script in the body section. You can include the script tag either in head section or body section. So, in this script, I have written only one statement, that is document.write statement. This is an output statement where it opens a new document and writes the given output message. So here the message is hello world. It displays hello world in a new document. This particular line is written in comment tag. If you have observed, the body section contains the script and the script tag contains the comment. In between the comment tag, I have written the document.write method. So this we have given it in comment because some browsers may not enable JavaScript, or they are not JavaScript compatible. Then they treat this code as a comment. If whatever browser I'm working with is it handles the JavaScript, then this displays the output hello world in a new document. So in this, wherever you want to include the script, you have to include that JavaScript code in between the opening and closing script tags. Now, let us see the second method, that is an external JavaScript file. So if the JavaScript code is lengthy, then we can create an external JavaScript file and we can include it in the script tag of the HTML page. To create an external JavaScript file, we need a simple text editor like Notepad. Open Notepad, type the JavaScript code and save the program with .js extension. Now, in the HTML page, whenever you are writing a script tag, one more attribute we are going to use other than language and type, that is src, source attribute. The value of the source attribute will be the url of a web page, sorry, url of the javascript file. So already, for example, I've created a javascript file with the name, file name. So here in this general form, you can see the src value as filename.js. So in this method, I can create an external file and link it to a web page or a group of web pages where I required same programming. Now let us come to the basics of JavaScript. Till now we have seen how to include a script. Now we'll start our JavaScript basics. The first thing, whenever we are learning the basics of JavaScript, first thing you have to learn is tokens. A token is the smallest individual element in a program statement. Generally, whenever we are learning any language, not only programming languages or computer languages, any language, for example, I am learning English, then I'll start with alphabets. After learning alphabets, we'll learn words, simple words. After learning words, we'll proceed to sentences. Then by using a group of sentences, we'll make a paragraph. Likewise, whenever we are learning any new programming language, first we have to start with tokens. Tokens are the smallest individual units in a programming statement. By using tokens, we constitute program statements, and a group of program statements or a group of instructions constitute a program, and a group of programs is a software. So here in JavaScript, we have main 4 categories of tokens: identifiers, keywords, literals, and operators. This all of you may be knowing because the same thing we have in C, C++, or in Java also. An identifier, let us see what is an identifier. An identifier is a name given to a program element, such as variables, functions, objects, etc. So to write the identifiers, we have to follow few rules. First letter should be an alphabet. Then the other letters can either be alphabet or numbers. Uppercase and lowercase letters are distinct. That is, if I have created a variable with small a, then within the program I can use small a. I can't use capital A. Small a is not equal to capital A. Small a and capital A are distinct. Both are different. Blank spaces are not allowed. That means whenever I'm giving a name to a program element, it should not contain any blank spaces or any special characters except underscore. Here I've given few examples. The first example is a flag. It follows all the 3 rules. Then second one is A1. Here the first letter is alphabet, so that also satisfies all the 3 rules. Second letter onwards, you can have either numbers or alphabets. Then third example is temperature conversion, which I have given an underscore. So underscore is allowed. Other special characters are not allowed while defining the variables. Sorry, while giving the identifiers. Next is keywords. Keyword is also known as a reserved word. All of you know that they have a predefined meaning in the system library and they can be used only for that purpose. As you well know that all the keywords are written in lowercase. Here a list of keywords available in JavaScript are given here. Break statement, you know the use of break statement, it's a control statement. Continue, if, else, all these are control statements. Likewise, true, false, those are boolean values, etc. The list here, you can see the list of keywords. And you keywords are used only for that specific purpose. They are not used for any other thing. And you can't give a keyword as a name to an program element. That is, you can't give keywords as identifiers. Third token is literals. Literal is nothing but a constant. The value of the constant will not change during the program execution. You can see here there are 5 types of literals available in JavaScript. First one is integer literals, second one is floating point literals, third one is boolean literals, fourth one is string literals, and fifth one is special characters. Integer literals, that is integer constants. Integer constants can be classified into 3: octal integer constant, decimal integer constant, and hexadecimal integer constant. Octal integer constant is base 8, where the number is a combination of digits from 0 to 7. And decimal integer constant is base 10, where number is a combination of digits from 0 to 9. And hexadecimal integer constant. Hexadecimal integer constant is base 16. It is a combination of numbers from 0 to 9 and alphabets A to F. Here, for example, let me take 547. 547, I can distinguish between I can say whether it is an octal integer constant, decimal integer constant, or hexadecimal integer constant. Because 547, it can be a decimal, it can be a octal, or it can be a hexadecimal. So to differentiate that, we will be using O for octal and OX for hexadecimal. Here in this example, 547 is not preceded by anything. So it is decimal. 12 is preceded by O, so it is an octal constant, and 12AD is preceded by OX, so it is an hexadecimal constant. Floating point constants. So when we are representing some values, integer values are not sufficient. For example, if I am representing quantities like temperature, pressure, they require values with the decimal points. So for that we'll use floating point. Floating point literals consists of decimal number with fractional parts. Next, boolean literals. A boolean value is nothing but either true or false. A boolean constant means true or false. True, it occupies, true is represented by 1, false is represented by 0. String literals. A string literal is a collection of characters enclosed within double quotes or single quote. string constants. Here, JavaScript language example I've taken, JavaScript language is string constant enclosed within double quotes. Special characters. Special characters, also known as backslash character constants, also known as escape sequences. Maybe we'll be using different words, different terminology in different books, but the thing is same. In this backslash character constants, these are used mainly for formatting the output. Here it consists of a one backslash and one character. For example, slash n, which represents new line, slash t, horizontal tab, slash v, vertical tab. So this is about literals. Now let us see what is an operator. All of you know an operator, when applied on operands, produces a result. That is, operator is a symbol and operands are the data fields. If the special symbol, when applied on operands or data fields, it gives us a result. And they perform a specific operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We have so many other operators. We'll discuss in the later topics. So this is about tokens in JavaScript. Now let us see what are the data types available in JavaScript. You know what is the importance of data type? A data type refers to what type of value a variable can be used to hold. We have three main primitive data types: number, strings, and boolean. Here in JavaScript, the data types are dynamic, that is variant. For example, if I've taken a variable, the data type of the variable is defined by the value it holds. For example, x equal to 5, that means it is number. X holds a number. If x equal to hello within double quotes I've given, then it holds a string. So we can say variables in JavaScript are dynamic, or we can say variant data types. So here JavaScript has three main primitive data types. Primitive means built-in data types. Numbers, both numbers constitute of both integer and floating point. Like C++, integer, we have separate divisions for integer and floating point. But here we'll consider everything is into one category, that is numbers. So when I say numbers, it can hold either an integer number or a floating point number. The second data type is strings. A string, as you have seen, a string is a collection of characters enclosed within double quotes. And third data type is boolean. Boolean has two values, true or false. So these are the three primitive data types available in JavaScript. Other than these three primitive data types, we have a composite data type called as object. So if you want to represent an object in JavaScript is represented by curly braces, and each object can be defined as name value pairs. Like this, you can see name colon value given within curly braces. The properties are separated by commas. If an object can have more than one name value pairs, if it has more than name value pairs, then they are separated by commas. For example, here you can see there is a variable called person. Person is the name of the variable, and it is an object. If you have seen, there are two name value pairs. First one is first name. First property is first name. The value of first name is Puneet. Second property is last name. The value of last name is Kumar. Likewise, we can define a composite. Composite in the sense, see, primitive in the sense it can hold only one value, atomic values. Atomic value in the sense only one value. Here, when we say composite, composite means it's a collection. It's a combination of values. So it can store more values, not one. So these are the main data types available in JavaScript. Thank you. We'll continue in the next session.